sources telling India Today, and this is very crucial, the Mutt Seer, Shivamurthy, is likely to be questioned within the next couple of days. This will happen after Rashmi, the hostel warden's questioning, ends. So we're expecting that finally there could be some movement and the Seer could be questioned after the allegations, the very serious allegations that have been leveled against him. It hasn't happened since August 26 when the complaint was registered, but it's likely to happen within the next couple of days after the questioning of the hostel warden Rashmi, who has now been detained by the police, ends. So within the next couple of days, the Chitradurga Seer, in fact Shivamurthy Sharanaru, could be questioned. Sagai, my colleague, is of course live with me from Chitradurga. Sagai, news coming in, and this is of course finally some sort of action. It appears that the Seer, who is of course in the eye of the storm as far as this very serious allegation of sexual assault and rape is concerned, he could be questioned within the next couple of days. Sagai.
Absolutely, it will be a part of the investigation procedure. It should have done probably on Monday or on Sunday once the case was transferred. But still, it is taking more time. But again, taking 2 more days after Rashmi's questioning, definitely they are trying to stretch this case as much as possible. As of now, they should have tried to detain him or question him, because the kind of people who reach this mutt is a big quite surprising, because MLA of Chitradurga district comes every day to meet a Seer, and there are also former IPS officer, ADGP rank level people are coming to meet the Shivamurthy Sharanaru inside the mud. So this clearly shows the kind of the clout this man enjoys, the kind of the connection this man enjoys, because these influential people can do anything with the case, despite the district commissioner of Chitradurga, who claims that these girls, the survivors, are safe in the Child Welfare Commission's office. But still, you get to see these influential people who can still try to work in favor of Swamiji and divert the entire case. That is a big question. How long the police are going to keep this case under the carpet? How long they are not going to how long they are going to stay away without questioning the Seer? The more you give the time, and the more dangerous for this particular case.
Absolutely. He's had the long rope of the law support him entirely throughout this process. Finally, it seems that the law is actually taking its own course. He could be questioned within the next couple of days. But Sagai, as you rightly pointed out, with all of those top police officials, retired and otherwise, visiting him at his mutt during this entire time, it just puts a big, huge question mark on the process of the law as far as this case is concerned. You are already extending your support seemingly to a rape accused.
Absolutely, and if you notice that we are trying to question all these people. We had questioned Tiparadi when he was inside the mud. We asked him why should he even come and meet, because he's a public representative. He's not setting a right example by meeting the Seer when he is facing rape charges. But he says that he is a devotee and he would like to visit him every time. But these people are not trying to console the family members of these survivors. They are only one side people who are trying to support the Seer. And talking about the politicians, Palami, you get to see that whenever there is a failure of law and order in the state of Karnataka, it should be opposition who should come out on the street and protest. But they have done that. We have seen in Ishwarappa's case, we have seen in several other cases where even the opposition was on the street protesting against this. But when it comes to this high profile case, a vote bank case, a Lingayat community leaders case, nobody is even talking about it. Even the Congress party leaders are saying that we need to give time for government to investigate this and come out with the truth out of this particular case. So they are trying to get away from this particular case as much as possible to ensure that their vote banks are intact ahead of 2023 elections. So they are trying to play a safe game where they are not appraising the issue. On the other side, because oppositions are keeping quiet, a ruling government, which largely depends upon Lingayat community for their vote bank, are also staying away from this particular case. We have seen the statement of former Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa, who went on to say that he might come out clear, and he also alleged that it is a conspiracy of the people within their own community. We heard the statement of K.S. Ishwarappa, who says that I pray to God that he have to come out clean from this particular case, and statement from Jagdish Shetty and several other leaders who openly backing the seer, nobody even criticizing it. So this clearly shows that even the ruling government is also trying to stay away from this case, and probably that is one of the reasons that even the seer is scot-free despite filing an FIR under POCSO section for close to 7 days now.
And that's absolutely shameful over there, like you're pointing out, Sagai, that the opposition, the ruling establishment, everyone seems to be, of course, keeping either mum about it or already giving a clean chit to the seer who is accused of rape in this case, a very, very serious charge which has been leveled against him by 2 minor girls. So what's happening in court right now, Sagai?
So as we speak, there is some kind of movement in the court where K. Baswarajan's bail play was heard, and there is some kind of movement where there are a large number of crowd who are gathering at that point of time. So we are trying to ascertain what exactly happening, whether the bail was granted to him or whether he is stepping out of the court after the hearing. So you can see that there is some kind of movement which is happening in Chitradurga court.